friends, happy Sunday. Thanks so much for clicking on my channel today. Friends, it is finally summer break for me, so I am so ecstatic. All right, so let's see. We need to take a look at how we did for the second half of May, and then we also need to take a look at where our money went for the entire month and how it compares to April. So friends, we were planning on a total of $1,838 coming in. We were planning on using $100 from our birthday sinking fund the second half of the month. That gave us a total of $1,938 that we budgeted for this second half. We actually brought in $1,878.36. We ended up using $130 of our birthday sinking fund, and then we also had to use our clothes sinking fund, friends, because my son needed new clothes for his concert to finish out the school year. We have a pretty tall boy. He is 6'3", so we have to shop at the big and tall now to find what he needs. So we spent $148, which is just crazy. Let's see here. And then our dog, we ended up having, I guess we miscounted what we had in there, and so we had to get some more wet food. So total, we had a total income of $2,176.36 because we had to pull from those other funds. We were budgeting for our expenses to be around $1,080 for this second half of the month, because remember, we don't have as many at the end of the month, and we were pretty close. We came out to $1,078.90, which left $1,097.46 for our envelopes and for savings. So let's see how we did, friends. Remember, we upped our grocery budget, because we've really just been struggling to stay inside that. And so, yay, a win for this second half of the month. We only spent $387, which was under that $400 goal. Gas-wise, we only spent $93. Self-care, we ended up spending $124, and we only budgeted for $40. But we had some extra expenses, extra haircuts and things like that before concerts and before he left for his ROTC camp at the end of the school year. Fun-wise, we budgeted for $100. We actually ended up spending $211, but our big girl had a fantastic birthday with friends. Let me tell you, friends, skating is so expensive now. Oh my gosh. Let's see. The $20 that we spent on our dog for extra food. Household-wise, we went over by 10. So we spent $30. We spent our miscellaneous. So we budgeted for $723 for our envelopes, and we actually spent $878. Now, we did add our $45 to our vacation sinking fund, and then coming over to the back, we were able to do a lot more in our minis than we planned to this month. So we had budgeted for $40, but we actually added $116 to our minis, which is why we were able to finish a few challenges. Father's Day, we added another $20. We added another $20 to debt, another $10 to investing, and we saved an additional $8 in our 52-week challenge, which we pull out of our variable spending. So that brought us to a total of $0.46, which we just leave the change in there. So pretty good. We were very happy with that. All right, so then moving on. Let me pull my clip off there. I can pull that one off too. So then let's take a look at the month as a whole. So here's all our categories. We had an earned income of $5,271.63. Other income was $321. Friends, that $321, if you watch back at the beginning of the month, was tax money that was refunded back to us. And then we ended up pulling $699 from savings, which made our total inflow $6,291.63 for the month. So you can see where we had budgeted for our expenses to come out to $5,601 for the entire month, and they actually came out to $6,292.49. So let's look at that a little bit closer. So grocery wise, we had budgeted for the month for $7.50. We actually went over by $87. Not too bad though, considering these grocery prices. Utilities, we were pretty much right there. Fun, we went over by $210.94, but there were several things that ended up being a little more pricey than we realized they were going to be. We didn't need to make any any purchases for school savings wise. Now this one I was excited about, friends. We had budgeted for $651 to go into savings this month, and we actually put $1,222 in savings this month. So 19% of our income went to savings, so that was exciting to me. Miscellaneous, we budgeted for $112 and we pretty much spent that. Self-care, we budgeted for $140 and we actually spent $202, which made us $62 more than planned. Household, again, a little bit under what we budgeted for. We budgeted for $12.97. We actually spent $12.80.49. Let's see. Transportation, we budgeted for $605. We only spent $411, which is great because we came in, I think, both half of the month under for gas. Let's see, debt, we budgeted for $1,230 and we spent the $1,230 on debt. We spent our splurge, and then for the dog we came in under. We only spent $38 of his $65. So our expenses came to $6,292.49. So we were a little bit off here by what? Not even a whole dollar. So really, I'm happy with that, and our percents worked out to 100. So I put a big old smiley face there. So yay. So friends, I'm really happy about that. Pretty successful month. Crazy, because I mean, crazy numbers. It was an expensive month, so I'm hoping that we can tone that down a little bit for June. All right, so let's see. Let me go out of here. Guys, I apologize if you hear my husband snoring in the background. Okay, so then I do want to stuff my wallet, and then I want to add to our Father's Day challenge. So we're going to be adding, I separated all this, we're going to add $40 to it today. So let's grab it. What are we planning to do for Father's Day? Honestly, we have not made up our mind yet. So let's see here. We are adding, I'm writing the wrong number. Sorry friends, it is June now. It is June the 2nd already, just like that. And we're adding $40 today, which puts us at $90 in our Father's Day challenge. So here that is. And let's go ahead and color this real quick. All right, friends, so there we go. And here's our 40, and we'll add that to our savings there. Okay. And I'm not fighting that envelope, so I'm gonna leave that just like that for right now, and I'll fix it later. Actually, let's go ahead and look at this. So guys, I ordered, finally, one of these pens that I've been seeing all of you use, and I'm so excited about this. Because of the patterns. I think you'll know what the inspiration was for this one. Look at that. Oh my gosh, isn't that great, guys? Lisa Frank, and I just couldn't resist. I've been looking at this for a while, and I was like, I'm gonna get it. So, yeah. So I'm excited about using that. That is just awesome. Look at that. Okay. So I'm going to sit that to the side here. But yeah. Grab one of those finally. Okay. So then let's see here. I'm trying to remember who I ordered that from. I'll have to look, guys, and put it in the comments because I cannot remember now. It's been a little bit. Here my 52-week challenge. And let's see. What did we say? Today was the 2nd. And so let's go ahead and roll. And we got a 3 today. So let's see. Let's get a blue in there. All right. So I will take $3 out of our wallet, which I haven't even stuffed it yet, but I will take that out of there and add that to this. All right. So that's what we're adding. And then let's stuff our envelopes. So today, just to make it easy, I just pulled the envelopes out of my wallet. And then let's see what we're working with today. So we have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 620, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, 700. So that's what we have here. And that's what we're going to split up into these envelopes. And really, I need to pull my little cash breakdown back out so that I remember how I decided to break this up. All right, so let's see what we got here. And here we go. So I've got that to the side for me. Okay, so we don't have to add anything to gas because remember, that is cashless. I'm going to set it to the side. But food-wise, we're stuffing this with 400 now. So it's going to get 200s, 250s, 3 20s, 2 10s, and 4 of these 5s. So all of that is going into our food. And guys, my goal is to come in under. That way we have a little bit more we can add to savings. So now our food is stuffed. All right, self-care is going to get 100. So it's going to get 150, 2 20s, and 110. So we're putting 100 in there. All right, household is going to get a 50. And our dog is going to get a 50. Let's see, a 10 and a 5, so his 65. Well, there we go. I want to fold up in there. All right, fun is also going to get 50 this time around. And I'm just going to put a 50 in there because, guys, we want to be able to do some things this summer. All right, splurge is going to get 20. And finally, miscellaneous is going to get this last 15. Okay, so then, friends, that is all of our envelopes. All right, friends, so let's take a look at our month-to-month comparison. So, a monthly inflow for the month of April was $5,372.84. In May, we had a monthly inflow of $6,291.63. So we were up by $918.79, and part of that had to do with the tax money that we got back. We made a little extra income, but we also pulled a lot from our sinking funds this month. So let's take a look at each category for the month. So for debt, we spent about 5% more on debt in April than we did in May. In April, we spent $1,354 and some change, and in May, we spent $1,230. So we decreased the amount that went to debt by $124, and part of that is we didn't have to make as big of a payment on the credit card that we paid off this month. Let's see. Food-wise, we spent a little bit more, but we also increased the food budget this month compared to last month. House, let's see. Fun-wise, I'm getting ahead of myself. Fun-wise, we spent $124.94 in April, and in May we spent $475.94. So we increased that by $351. But May we had birthdays, we had end of the year activity stuff for the kids, and then we also had Mother's Day, which we spent a good chunk on. All right, household-wise was about the same. We went up by 32. Let's see, miscellaneous, not too much difference there. Savings, very big difference in the month of May. We were able to put a lot more towards savings, so there was an increase of $588 there. School-wise, we didn't have any expenses school-wise this month like we did last month. Self-care, we spent about $87 more this month, but it makes sense because we had to get clothes. Socks, our dog, we spent much less on him. I'm trying to remember why we spent so much in April. We might have gotten him groomed again. I think we did. I need to look though. Splurge wise, we spent only $20. We spent $46 the month before, so we did a little bit better there. Transportation wise, we only spent $161 in April. We spent $411 in May, but we did a lot more driving because we were traveling to parents' houses, and then we also paid our tags and taxes in May. And then let's see, utilities came out about the same. There was $1 and some change difference. So you all, that's how it compares. So it definitely makes sense, the areas that were more and the areas that were less. So we're pretty happy with that. All right, so that is it, friends. Thanks so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you next time when we stuff our minis.